My sister wouldn't stop mocking me for being cheated on. Then her dream wedding blew up in her face. You know what your problem is? My sister Chloe said while trying on her wedding dress. I think you're just not very smart. You didn't even see the signs. I was helping her with the buttons even though she'd spent months making cruel jokes about my breakup. My ex had been sleeping with his coworker for half a year before I found out, and Chloe thought it was the funniest thing ever. Maybe if you'd been better in bed, he wouldn't have needed to find someone else, she continued while admiring herself in the mirror. I bit my tongue because I was her maid of honor, and Mom would kill me if I ruined her wedding week. Chloe loved telling everyone at her engagement parties about how clueless I was about my cheating boyfriend. She actually thought they were just working late together. She'd announce to her friends while I stood there holding her purse. Can you imagine being that naive at 25? She'd bring it up at family dinners and work events and even told the story to her fiancé Parker's parents the first time she met them. The difference between us is that I know how to keep a man interested, she said while we were picking up her wedding cake. Parker worships the ground I walk on. Some people are just naturally better at love, she'd say loud enough for me to hear while loading gift boxes. Others get cheated on and then stay single for 2 years because they're too damaged to try again. The best part of getting married is I never have to worry about getting humiliated, Chloe told a crowd during her rehearsal dinner. Because my sister taught me exactly what a relationship looks like when it implodes. The whole wedding party laughed while I forced a smile and tried not to cry. Then the wedding day arrived and Chloe looked stunning in her designer dress that cost more than my car. She kept talking about how perfect everything was going to be, and how this was the happiest day of her life. Not everyone gets a fairy tale wedding, she said, while the makeup artist finished her lipstick. Some people are destined for cheating boyfriends and loneliness. I was just counting down minutes until the day was over and I could block her number. The ceremony started perfectly with Chloe walking down the aisle like a princess, while everyone oohed and awed over how beautiful she looked. Parker was waiting at the altar looking handsome in his tuxedo. Then the time came for him to read his vows. Chloe went first, talking about love and admiration and never giving up. Parker went next. But instead of taking out a folded piece of paper like Chloe, he took out his phone. Did he really write his vows while playing 8-ball pool? I thought. But I was wrong. Before we continue, Parker started, I think everyone should know what kind of person I'm marrying, he said. Last week I overheard Chloe talking to her friends and I thought it was worth recording. Chloe froze as Parker Bluetooth connected his phone to the church sound system. I think our guests deserve to know the real Chloe. She tried to protest, but the recording had already started playing, and Chloe's voice filled the room clear as day. Being honest, Parker is a boring loser, but his family has money. So I'm just going to marry him, then change everything about him after I'm rich, her voice said through the speakers. He's pathetic in bed too. He has no personality, and I have to pretend I love him more than that hot guy at work, but at least I'll never have to work again. 200 wedding guests sat in stunned silence as the recording continued. I could never actually love someone that ugly. Chloe was screaming for Parker to turn it off, but he let the whole thing play. By the time it was done, Chloe's $300 makeup was smeared from crying, and her wedding dress was stained in running mascara. Parker was taking off his microphone and